Hey good people, welcome back to another video. We're in the salon today and I just did my hair. I had a few people ask me how to do my hair. Can I do a video? And here's an updated video. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this little look with my hair, then keep watching. Okay, I just relaxed my hair and put a rinse in it, and I used Mizani butter blend, and I used, what did I use? Breckin 1B. And it just comes out, it's like a blue black, so it comes out fantastic. Lately I've been using this Intense Moisture Leave-In by Amika, but previously I used this 10-in-1. Either one will work, but I like how this smells. Amika product smells so good. Amika, if you're watching, I would like to be on the PR list. Sponsor me. I'm using your products, girl. Okay, so we're gonna spray that in. And calm it down. Now, this side of my hair, I cut it down in the back, but this side of my hair is thin from them braids. But once I do my hair, it ain't gonna be too bad. And I cut it down and used the 3-guard for the back. But I want my hair to look like this. Let me show y'all. Hold on. This is the gold hair. I don't know if y'all can really tell, but my hair was busting on this one. And it looks like it was longer around all here and then just short in the back. So sometimes I don't even know how I did my hair, girl. So that's the gold hair, and we're going to just mold it down now. I like to use Nairobi. This is the same blue Nairobi, it's just in the white formula because I buy mine in a gallon. And then generous amount of this. It doesn't weigh your hair down, so I like to put it in there. Not weigh your hair down, but some foams make your hair like stiff, or this still, my hair really is still going to be really soft before I curl it. So this is how I've been molding mine. I used to like kind of swirl it. I have like a little bit of a missing piece right here. So we gonna make sure that that lays properly. And then we just gonna swirl right here. Cause once I curl it, I can use some holding spray and make it go in the direction I wanna go. So the mold really don't matter to me. But if you are somebody that don't know how to like mold or shape after the fact, then I probably will mold it. But sometimes your mold is broken up anyway, so I don't know if the mold really, your mold matters, but I don't know if these like swoop-de-doops matter with your mold if you're gonna break it up anyway. But yeah, this is the mold. And you gotta keep your head down while you're under the dryer. Because if you don't and you go like this, your mold will crunch up and you got wrinkles all in the back. We don't want that. We hate that for us. And then we're gonna do wrap strips. I use about 3 Rapid Juniors only. I don't do the big ones or the black ones. I don't know if I do. I think the black ones are more expensive, so I don't buy those no more. So we do 1 to flatten it, and then we do another one for the back and keep your head down. I don't tie mine, I just twist it. And then another one here. And then you can, if you have like a little bang, you can pull this down. I used to cut these. I don't cut them no more because guess what? I cut my hair before and I took my wrap strips off, and girl, bangers, I got a bang. Pissed me off. So yeah, So now I'm going to go under the dryer, maybe 35 to 45 minutes. It all depends on how long it takes, because this short part is going to dry easily and fast, but it all depends on how long it take my bang underneath, and I don't want to mess with it. Once I'm halfway through, I'm gonna take the strips off, but I'm not gonna like break it up, if you will. I just want it to dry flat. So I'll be back. Okay, I just got out the dryer. I'm going to use this Silk Essentials Thermal Strengthening Serum by Design Essentials. I typically use Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, but I kind of like how this like makes my hair feel. And I'm just gonna work it through. My relaxer was burning a little bit, so it might be scabby wabby. And my ear was burnt. I have been scratching though. I know the natural girls hate that. They don't miss those days. And then I'm going to go in with my Infinity No. 3 Holding Spray by L'Oreal. And I just like to get that a good spraying, so I don't have to spray as I go. So I'm going to part my hair off. I don't know, this hair never grows on me. And then I'm going to section this part. This part I'm gonna do last. I don't know why, it just works for me, but that's just how I like to do it. I'm gonna put some more out right here. All the ate up part. Because for some reason, when I curl this with that, it just give crunchy around the hairline, so I'm gonna curl this separate. Y'all see how this is a little bit sparse? Because those braids was ripping my back out. Not too much over here, but over here, pulling. So, yeah, we just gonna curl. Rows, rows, rows. No specific order, but just make sure every piece of hair is curled. And I'm using the FHI Heat. This is a 1/2 inch, and I think this is 3/8 of an inch. And this is by Red by Kiss. And I bought this one on Amazon because my other one went out, which was a H2 Pro 3/8 inch. And this was like 20 bucks. So I've been using this and it works fine. What I do, it is hot though. So if it gets too hot, I will power it off before I start curling, power it back on when I'm not curling with the small one. If that helps or makes sense. And this one, I just keep on full-fledged, 450. But I am a professional and I know like when it's too hot. So you use your own discretion with the curls, but you do need a like kind of a hot iron, but you don't want to be burning your hair. So I always start bigger curls to the smaller curls. And I think I'm gonna just use the bigger, the 1/2 inch right here. And we gonna curl and y'all can watch me. If I need to say something, I'll say it. I try not to curl. You see, I'm not gonna be able to get that. So I ain't gonna try it. And if you miss a piece, just pick that piece up and curl it. It's not gonna be cute when you're done, so we gonna fast forward everything so I can just show y'all. Check my technique. And my hair is very like straight right now, so I don't know what it's about to give. If you do curl it and it seems a little soft, I would add some holding spray. And then you have to gauge by your length of hair when you're going to switch to the smaller flat iron. Because you want like a curl. You don't want it just to be a bump. If that makes sense. So for me, I'm going to do those two and then I'm switching my iron. And we just going to do that all around the head. With the longer pieces, we're going to do with the 1/2 inch. Shorter pieces, we're going to do with the 3/4 inch. And when I do the holding spray, I don't go right in. I comb it back out because I don't want stiff curls. Like stiff curls with flat iron marks. And because my ears right here, whatever I can't get, I just ain't gonna get. Because I ain't in the business of burning myself. I just gauge and feel for where I need to put my next curl. So I can feel where this curl is. So I'm just going to put my comb and part it right underneath there, and then I'm going to show y'all what I mean. So you see how I can feel this is right here? I'm just going to go right under it and pull that out. And that's where I'm going to put my next curl. And I see that it's kind of like shorter than the top one, so I'm going to use the smaller iron. And then if I feel like, oh, I might have messed that up, I'm going to look at it. Now I'm just about to do a roll of curls with the smaller iron. Spray a little bit of oil, I spray oil. And this is the Reflections Liquid Shine by Design Essentials. All right, now that I'm right here, I didn't really gauge, like it's not even. So I'm going to take this little part and I'm gonna curl this, and then I'm gonna curl the side. I am going to use the small one the whole time, because on my hair I find that when I go 1/2 inch and then do the 3/4 inch, it just doesn't stay curled over here for some reason. So I'm going to use the 3/4 inch for the whole side right here. So I can get some real good swoop-de-doos. If there's parts, you can like go through and like blend it better, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna wrap it. And so now we're going to do the top. I'm gonna curl the whole top with the 1/2 inch iron. It depends on how I want to wear my hair. Today I want to wear like the picture that I showed, so I'm going to curl it all to the front. Or yeah, basically curl it all to the front. Now if I wanted to like have it go back, I would just manipulate this and I would curl it in different ways. I wouldn't care how I curled it. Like this curl go this way, this curl go that way. But for what I'm doing today, I'm curling it all to the front. And I start in the back and make my way up to the front. I don't know if that makes a difference. It does. Because if you start in the front, I don't want my hair stacked up. That's why we start at the top and go down, because if you start at the bottom and curl up, it's gonna get bouffant. You don't want bouffant hair. Unless you want bouffant hair, then you can do it like that. But it just doesn't look as good as starting at the top and working your way down. To me. And there's like really no rhyme or reason of where I'm gonna curl. I'm just gonna curl it to the front. When you do curl, that you don't curl the previous curl too. So you got to make sure that you put your iron in. Don't close your iron. Put your iron in there, close it, and then get all the hair that you want to curl. The straight hair that you haven't curled yet. Don't curl already curls or try to not to get them in there, because it's gonna be a disaster. get some smoke with your, is because of the oil. I have oil. I sprayed it with oil. There's oil on the hair. Oil with heat, it's gonna smoke. That doesn't mean you're burning your hair, but you know when you burnt your hair because it smells, or if your irons are too hot, it smells like burnt hair. That's why I'm not like a recurler, because once the curls is gone, it's gone, and I just have to do my hair all over because it smells like burnt hair, like your hair was dirty and you curled it. Y'all know that smell. Hate it. All right, this is Big Perm. You want these to cool, do a little bit of spray with your hair holding spray if that's what you desire. You really got to gauge and know your hair, because sometimes people's hair is too fine for all this product. But I know my hair typically gets greasy in like 5 days. I can't go longer than 5 days, or girl, sometimes the night sweats. My hair ain't gonna be done tomorrow. So we're going to let this like set, if you will. And I'm gonna straighten up, and then I'm gonna come back with what we're doing next. All right, so now we're gonna go in with, I prefer a paddle brush, but I have a dim in here. My paddle brush is at home. And all that hard work we did, we just gonna brush it out. And although we use holding spray, our hair is still nice and pliable. Now we brushing it, but we not like really brushing it to the point where it's like, we just don't want it to be granny. And so now I'm gonna put on this Red Eye wrap strip. This is old, and this company went out of business, but in your local beauty supply, it should have these. And I'm just gonna tie this down. And the flatter I want it, the longer I'm gonna keep it on, and then your curls are going to flatten out more. So if you're not a person that like a flatter curl, don't do this step. But if you like a more lived in, like this is just how my natural hair is, then you want to do this step. And then we're gonna come back and comb her out. I don't have the comb that I typically like to use when I do my hair, but we got something we gonna use. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna use this comb to do my comb out, and then I'm gonna use a rat tail and some holding spray to personalize it. Oh yeah, it's flat. Oh. But it's kind of giving what the picture said give. Now with my missing piece, you take your comb and you put some little bit of holding spray to do how you want it to do. Like sometimes, like I can recurl this, but do I want to recurl it? I think my hair is like baby soft, so it ain't like week 2 after my relaxer is gonna do what I needed to do, but. So you just want to comb it, and you want to make sure that everything like blends together. And remember, you can do this like just where it's like just swoop, like straighter. You can do it like that, but I don't want to look like that today. I want it to look like curling a little bit bouffant, but not like granny. Just like the picture is what I want to be. And then we're gonna turn around. Any like holes or missing pieces, you see how this, like sometimes the front goes to the front and the back doesn't, so we just gonna do what we need to do to make it look like how you want your side profile to look like. And I don't mind when the curls still be in the back like that, but So you just style it from there how you want it to look. I think my hair might have been a little bit longer on the picture. Like sometimes I'll have pieces come this way just so it can fill out my front. And if you want to do the side swoops and stuff, you can. And then sometimes when your hair don't come out right, it can be the haircut. So I think I'm gonna put my strip back on because I want this to be curled but flatter. But I'm gonna put it on loosely because I don't want my front to smash. All right. My hair is like baby soft right now, but I already know it ain't gonna last. But if you have hair that holds better or you want it to hold better, you can add more holding spray at the end. But I don't want to do that. I am gonna add some, but I don't want it to be add enough where it's like stiff and won't move. And that is how you do it. Now I guess I'll come back and show y'all how I do the other way, but this is how I want to wear my hair moving forward. And I like it when it be like flipped up, like maybe tomorrow or like later on when I run my fingers through it and it's just like a flip here. Then I love that. But yeah. So hopefully I help you cuties learn how to or do a little bit more with your hair. If you have short hair, that you can curl it and style it how you want. It's all about when you're done with it. Because if I could have had this same hair but without wrapping it, then if I would have just ran my fingers through the curls, I wouldn't get this look. I would get that curlier look that I do. So we'll just do another video on that specifically. And so yes, this is the end result. Give me some thumbs up in the comments if you found this video helpful. And until the next video, keep it cute.